I'm Mark Simpson, Director of Marathon Makeover, and I'm excited about this video. It's important as you train with Marathon Makeover that you remain injury-free, and a big part of that is learning to stretch properly. Well, we've brought together a team to help you learn exactly how to stretch and guide you along the way. Joining us for this video is Wayne Jimenez. Wayne is a physical therapist and has worked with many runners all across central Mississippi. And also demonstrating all the stretches and leading you through it will be my wife, Robin Simpson. So I hope that you will use this video repeatedly and keep on the road injury-free.
As Mark has said, stretching is very important for your Marathon Makeover training. And what we're going to do now is go over a few ABCs of how to properly stretch and some ideas in which to use. First of all, A, you need to go very slow. You need to hold these stretches for approximately 5 seconds per stretch. B, do not bounce, because sometimes when you bounce, you can injure yourself. So it's very important for you to understand that it's going to be very slow and very rhythmical. And finally, C, you want to make sure that your technique is good. And that's what we're here for today. We're going to show you how to properly stretch and use the right technique to get you well on your way to your marathon training. And by the way, you will do these stretches 10 times each, holding them for 5 seconds before and after you run. The first stretch that we're going to go over is called a hip flexor stretch. And basically, you may need a chair to hold on to so that way you don't lose your balance. But the technique is to simply grab your foot and pull it towards your buttocks, and you will feel a stretch over the front side of your thigh. And then relax. And again, once again, you're pulling the heel towards your buttocks. Your knee is pointing straight down, and you're standing as straight up as possible. Holding it for 5 seconds, and then relax. The next stretch is the IT band. You're going to take your right foot, cross it over your left foot, hands on your hips, and lean to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten up. Now we're going to reverse the position by crossing the left over the right. And this time you're going to lean to the right. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and straighten up. These IT bands are very, very important as you begin to escalate your marathon training. Oftentimes during marathon training, you can experience some pain on the outside, or technically known as the lateral part of your knee. So by doing these stretches consistently, you will significantly reduce the risk of any type of injury as you increase your training. The next stretch is called a calf stretch, and basically what we're trying to do is to stretch this major muscle behind your calf. And to assume this stretch, you're going to have a chair, or you can lean against the wall. Your knees are straight. You can put your right side back first, which we'll call the affected side, and lean towards the chair. And you should feel a stretch on the bottom side of your calf. Hold it for 5 seconds and relax. And we'll repeat that one more time. Once again, you'll step back, heel down, toes pointed straight. Hold the stretch for 5 seconds and relax. The next stretch is called a Soleus Stretch, and it's very similar to the calf stretch. You assume the same position, but the only difference being that when you actually stretch, you're going to bend the knee slightly and hold it for 5 seconds and relax. These last two stretches are done in the seated position, and the first one's called a groin stretch. And what we're trying to accomplish is to improve flexibility in your inner thighs. To assume the position, you will put your 2 feet together from a seated position. Apply slight downward pressure on your knees and hold it for a 5 count. And relax. Once again, seated, feet together, apply downward pressure on your knees and hold it for a 5 count. And relax. The final stretch in the seated position is called the hamstring stretch. Stretching this muscle is very, very important as it often becomes injured in long distance running. The proper technique to stretch is to take your leg, outstretch one side, knee straight, take your opposite foot and place along the inside of your knee. Take both hands and reach slowly towards your ankle, holding for a 5 count, and relax. Once again, the proper technique is with your legs straight. You're going to reach towards your foot. If you can reach further beyond your ankle, reach towards the tips of your toes while feeling the muscle pull in the back of your leg. Hold it for 5 counts and relax.